Excuse me, I'm Charlene Zarati, and we have a very, very informative session for you this morning. And I just want to say thank you very quickly to Chuck and Amy for showcasing some of our new listings. Those are great. And it's nice to see that we have quite a few new listings since inventory has been down. So that's great. The other thing, Amy is filling in for Lisa Avery today. So I will just let you all know that we may have a few glitches. We'll see how it goes. But Amy, we have full confidence in you and pulling off the next half hour. And we're so excited to be here with you this Monday morning to have our coffee with you and kick off this week. So if we could just go back to Amy, there we go. Oh, the very first slide. Thank you. And of course, we have our leadership team with us as always. Every Monday morning, we have Lou as our co-host today. Lou has some great info to share. And Ken Winowski from First Priority Mortgage, and Matthew Whitehead and Kathy Bianchi, both regional vice presidents, and Matthew, our general manager in Buffalo. So we're very, very pleased that you can join us this morning, and we're hoping that we can share some information with you to kick off your week and give you a little bit more market data, inspiration, whatever it is, while we share our Monday morning coffee. So I'd like to first say welcome to the new agents who've joined us in the past week. There's a few on here, not necessarily new to the industry, but new to Howard Hanna. So if we could just go to the next slide, Amy, there we go. We have Kelly in the Rochester market, Stacy, who is an experienced agent, rejoining us, joining our Lancaster office, and James Kavina in our Grand Island branch. And again, we do showcase the balance of the new realtors who have joined us in the last month. So welcome to Howard Hanna, and best of luck to you with your real estate in 2023. One other thing, if you could go to the next slide, Amy, that we just want to give you a heads up. This is a save the date, backed by popular demand, is our Kentucky Derby Day, a fundraiser for the Howard Hanna Children's Free Care Fund. Excuse me. And we're so excited to have it again this year. We did the Derby Day years ago, pre-COVID. Then we flipped over to game days for our wonderful Buffalo Bills. And I do have to say that that we're doing both events this year. So the Buffalo area is just so excited, and that will be May 6th, which is Kentucky Derby Day. And so we'll have a fabulous day with live auctions, baskets at the Hamburg Brewery. We had so many of our South Towns people saying, hey, can you do an event closer to the South Town? So you asked, we responded with this fabulous venue at the Hamburg Brewing Company. And that will be again May 6th. So put it on your calendar, more information to come. And of course, our Rochester family will also be hosting an event later in the year, and we will give you information on that as we move forward. So this morning, we're delighted to have our office spotlight, which is going to be our Amherst office, and John Mitchell. And let me just say this, that for those of you who are joining us for the first time, what we're attempting to do for you is to showcase an office each week. We're flip-flopping. One week it's the Buffalo area, the next week it's the Rochester area, so that you can get a better sense of each of the branches in terms of market, in terms of, hey, I'd like to get a little bit more information on, this area or, another area. I mean, the world is just getting smaller and smaller, and we're finding ourselves, branching out into different areas. And so it's great that we have John with us today to talk about what's going on in the Amherst market and with his office. So good morning, John Mitchell.
Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Well, I guess to highlight the office, Lisa Avery gave me 5 questions, so I guess I'm going to make an attempt to answer all 5 questions, and she gave me 3 minutes to do it. So I haven't spoken for less than 3 minutes in a long time. So Anyway, the office is located at 5462 Sheridan Drive in Williamsville, directly across the street from AAA building. I like to say it's a well-struck driver from the parking lot of Black and Blue Restaurant across the street, which we frequent regularly. I consider it a boutique office. We share a building with a dental office next door, which is really kind of handy because I broke a tooth on a popcorn kernel, and I just walked next door and they fixed it right away. That was kind of cool. The office has approximately 3,500 square feet of space. It is home to 33 agents. We have an average sale price in the office of $369,000. We sold $180 million last year, and a per person productivity of 16.5 units per agent. I'm very proud of this office. So as you can see, we're located right in the middle of Williamsville. And a little history on Williamsville. It's one of the first and largest settlements in Western New York. It started back, actually, it's on the main drag between Batavia and Buffalo, and it was used as a rest stop. Batavia, I know Ken mentioned it this morning, was the Holland Land Company. That's where they set up their office. So between Batavia and Buffalo, that's the route they traveled. They settled in Williamsville as a rest stop. There is a beautiful a mill right in the middle of the village. There's a waterfall there, and the waterfalls powered lumber mills, corn mills, wheat mills, everything. And that's the reason why this area grew as fast as it did. The mill area was just designated as a National Historical Site, which is very cool. Eagle House Restaurant that sits in the front of this street was a hotel, stagecoach stop, and was part of the Underground Railroad. So the history in the area is unbelievable. So that's kind of cool. The town itself has everything you need. Shopping from Transit Road on the east side to Niagara Falls Boulevard on the west side. There's every kind of store, shopping, Home Depot, Lowe's, Kohl's, Target, Walmart, anything you need. As far as grocery stores, Wegmans, Tops, Dashes, Whole Foods, they're all right here in Amherst. So it's a great place to live. The other thing is, with the history of Amherst, the Amherst is home to some of the most unique and well-maintained properties in the region. The town's historic districts are full of gorgeous colonial and Victorian homes, and the newer subdivisions, which are spread throughout Amherst, offer multiple architectural styles. It's really a great place to live. We're always asked about commute when somebody says, you know, we work at UB or we work downtown Buffalo. What's the commute? The commute from Amherst, because we're so centrally located, is about 20 minutes from just about every place. I think if you speed a little bit, you can get to Niagara Falls. But 20 minutes to downtown, 20 minutes to Orchard Park, 20 minutes to Lockport, 20 minutes to just about everywhere. So it's a great place to be, great location. You're not stuck in traffic very long. You get just about everywhere where you want to be. We're home to UB North Campus, Erie County Community College, two of the best country clubs in the area, with the Country Club of Buffalo and the Park Club. Many parks, many hiking trails, numerous other outdoor activities. So it's a great area to be in. The last thing I'm going to say about it is Lisa wanted to know what was the biggest draw to Amherst for people. One is absolutely the Amherst school system, where Williamsville District is highly desirable and requested, continuously ranked as one of the best Western New York school systems. And it's also reflected in our taxes, by the way. And nationally, Amherst, this a lot of people probably don't know, but nationally, Amherst is consistently ranked among the top 20 safest mid-sized cities in the United States. And at times we've been ranked #1. So if you want to raise your family in a secure and peaceful setting, with every amenity you could possibly need, Amherst is a great choice.
Great,
So
thank you, John.
that's
And
my
you know,
spiel.
John, next week we have Dan Kappa, who is from the Pittsford office.
Right.
And I'm sure that Dan will also highlight, you know, the Pittsford area, which sounds, you know, like it is a good parallel to the Amherst market as well. Now, I just want to ask you one quick question, because I know
Sure.
you did go on a few minutes longer than 3 minutes, but we won't tell Lisa. Are you still seeing multiple offers in your area?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, just last week, we had one, I think, that had 12 offers. So they've slowed down a little bit. I think our top draw was 72. We had 72 offers on one property.
Wow.
But I think the offers are being more realistic.
Mhm.
I think the price point that it's starting at is right around where they're selling, actually. So the average sale price has dropped down percent-wise over asking, but we're still seeing them. And it's surprising to me that we're seeing multiple offers up in the $700,000 to $1 million price point.
Right, right. And, you know, I wanted to make sure that we, you know, made that loud and clear, because again, the purpose of this Monday call is to really let our agents know what's happening in our local markets, because we're
Right.
getting all these feeds about, you know, the market nationally, and, you know, it's in the shitter. And, you know, we just want to make it very clear to everyone that there are certain pockets that we're still experiencing a shortage of inventory, you know, multiple offers. It's still, and Matthew talked about this last week, a strong seller's market. So thank you for that. And thank you for showcasing Amherst. Great job. We're going to flip it over now to
Thanks.
Lou in the Rochester area, who's going to share some very good info with us. And Lou, sorry that John went so long. He took some of your time away.
Hi, Chuck, if you could do me a quick favor, since I am not Lisa Avery, if you could share your screen for a hot second, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But Lou, you can go ahead and get started.
So good morning, everyone. Thank you, Charlene. Yeah, today I wanted to talk a little bit about leads and referrals, because they are our business. And I think it's an important part of what we do on a daily basis. You know, referrals should be part of every conversation you have with all your clients. Why? We ask the question, well, it's because what you do, you know, your clients, you help your clients get from one place to the next, regardless of what state they lived in or live in, right? And how does that help your business? Well, the more opportunities that you have, the more communication you have with your clients about outside business, the bigger you become in the real estate world. You know, you're building your own brand of being the expert, and it turns into more business. It's just the way it is if you're talking that up. And also too, you know, Howard Hanna Interoffice Referrals refers in 13 different states. And, you know, again, and we're still growing, and it does help you, and it helps your clients get the same benefit of the HH brand in every state. So, you know, how can you be a part of it? You know, where do you get started, right? How do you get there is the real question. And I think at this point, when we look at it, Show Me the Value contest that just came out gives you the opportunity, right, to have property reviews for your clients. So it doesn't really make a difference when they bought the house. They could have bought the house a year ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago. The key here to this contest is not just, you know, a prize at the end. It's getting us re-engaged with our clients. And I think when you have that opportunity, it's like anything else. You know, everyone has a trusted advisor, right? For financial. They have a money guy. So, and they meet with you, right? And they meet with you once a year. They go over your portfolio, so on and so forth. So you need to be that trusted advisor in real estate and let them know what their property's doing. Okay. And we all know that if you take into account the fact that when you meet with your financial advisor, what do they tell you? What do they tell you when the market's down? They tell you buy, because again, it's going to come back, right? And it's the same thing in real estate. You have to let people know where they are with their property. So Amy, if you can go back one slide. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact of, you know, leads and the lead opportunities that we have in our company. And, the lead tracks are leads from your efforts of all your listings. There's never a fee on those. So, we're one of the only brokerages left that really protect our agents' leads, right? So something comes in, you get that lead automatically. It's not given to the broker and passed around. Again, we have programs that are available to you, like a boost program, right? Our boost program is a 7-day program that goes out, and all the leads go directly to you at no fee. You can take those leads and you can start an engaged campaign. You can put them into Real Scout. You can do a collaborative home search. Ultimately, taking those leads that you're getting every day that you go out and you get a lead, it's one more thing that you can grab onto. There's also the text to video leads that come out. Those are also too, there's no fee to you on those. And then there's opportunity time for leads. You walk into your office. You got to take advantage of this, and there's never a fee to those. So when you look at that, that's a big part of not only you getting out and meeting with your clients, but also being able to pick up leads from the company. Next slide, Amy. So there's also the rapid response leads. Okay, those are leads that you can grab onto. Zip codes in your area. There is a 25% referral fee on those leads from Howard Hanna. But again, if you sell them, okay, if you sell them a Howard Hanna listing, then that drops to 20%. So I think that's very important. A lot of agents don't realize that. And again, it's an opportunity. It's a lead source that we have. The Op City leads is also a jump ball program that we have. It's a 30% referral fee up to $150K. When you look at it from that standpoint, again, depending on where our market is, there are still some houses in some areas that you can get in that range, but anything over 150 is a 35% referral fee. And again, it's a great program to get started. If you don't have any business right now, you're not doing anything, it does keep you motivated. Then there's no upfront cost. And I know that there's a lot of programs out there that are upfront costs. So we do have those available to you. Relocation leads can be very fruitful as well. But again, there's training and certifications that are required. These leads are mainly clients moving from state to state. Those fees can range a little bit higher. 39 to 42% is what we're seeing. So, and it's not appealing to all agents, but you have to remember, it's a piece of business. And basically that's what it is. It's just a piece of business, and then we have the next slide, name. The leading RE is, your outsourcing lead, right? So you have somebody in California, someplace where we're not yet, or Arizona or a different state. I think it gives you the opportunities for utilizing, an outsource of leads. Leading RE has a lot of benefits. One of them is they're in 55 countries and it's global. So if you have somebody, across the sea, the Atlantic or the Pacific, and you want to place it, you can. There's guaranteed commission. So again, we never have to worry about collecting a commission to any of those other brokers. It's an invitation-only broker network as well. So it gives you the benefit of working with top brokers that will give you the very best experience possible, your client as well. And you can keep in touch with them as well. We've had agents over the years place leads in other parts of the United States and across the country, and always had a really good experience. And everything can be done right on your H Suite dashboard. Training is available on that site as well, so that can help you. And a lot of this stuff that you can just reach out with your managers and talk to them about, these opportunities with leads and or the leads and the opportunities that you can get from there. I just want to say that, again, this should be a part of your business every day. It's a part of what you guys do. It's part of what we do as far as helping you grow your business. And this is one more piece that I think is a big, important part of the market that we're in, because I think we're all looking for opportunities right now. Our listing inventory, as we all know, our selections for our buyers is not really high. John had mentioned too that, again, there's still 15 offers on a property. And I think when you look at it, you really have to dig for opportunities. And when you have these conversations with your clients, you should be asking the fact of, do they know anybody that needs your help? And be their trusted advisor. So that's a lot of what I had to share today. So I hope it's helpful. And I wanted to swing it over to Ken Winowski, our president of First Priority.
Thank you, Lou. Great information. And I want to share some wonderful news that we had because last week we celebrated our mortgage consultants, our operations team. We call it our Circle of Excellence, and we got together in Syracuse, New York. Duffy Hanna attended, Al Peachy attended, Mark Ray attended. And I just want to share some of the success and some of the winners and extraordinary achievements that they've received. And we have posters that are going to be going out into the offices. But we had two individuals, and I'm speaking from Buffalo and Rochester, the best of the best. We had Mr. Ross Bowman made the best of the best. So awesome achievement. And very best of the best was Emily Silipini in Rochester. Our gold winners were the top closers in the company, Emily Silipini, Ross Bowman. Our silver winners were Sean Manley, Brian Hafner, and Kevin Haran. And the bronze winners were Mary D'Elia, Jeff Jess, and Ken Beal. So congratulations to those folks. Brian Hafner won the individual award for the highest capture rate in New York State with the Henrietta office at 33%. Thank you to Brian and Dan Head for your collaboration. And Ross Bowman and Dave Cassidy won the team award with 39% capture rate in the Crossroads office. Thank you to Donna for your teamwork and working with them. So awesome stuff. I always tell everybody, next to the birth of my children, being with our salespeople at an awards event is the best day of my life. So that was a great time. I just have a couple of points, and Charlene talked about, looking at newer, local and things along those lines. I shared this at our awards, and this is a national survey, but I picked out the good stuff from the national survey, and I'm going to call this Wall Street. And I want you to look at how do you compare this to Main Street, which is what Mitch talked about, being in Amherst and understanding where his market was. And next week, Danny Kappa is going to talk about Pittsburgh. So Amy, you can go to the first slide. The market outlook. 20% of respondents, and this is all realtors, expect year-over-year increase in buyer traffic in the next 3 months. And that's up from 12% of the respondents said it in December of 2022. We see it's down from 42% in 2022, but that's a significant number. And that is very, very positive. If you go to the next slide, Amy, there's 3 points I just really want to briefly make to everybody. 54% of the respondents reported that properties sold in less than 1 month. 57% were in December, and 79% were in last January. And we saw that last year, and we all remember rates were, still at 3-4%, and they were starting to rise. Homes listed receive an average of 2.5 offers, up slightly from 2.2, but down from 3.9. We are still seeing multiple offers. Just as Mitch said, this still is a strong market. And then, I always hear this all the time. There is no way people can buy homes without us as individuals, people in person, and the iBuying inventory, 4%. I mean, those are crumbs in my eyes. So the next page, or the next slide. First-time buyers represented 31% of buyers, unchanged from a month ago and up 27% from a year ago. So what happened? Why are there more first-time home buyers? I have an idea. There's less competition. They felt frustrated. They felt there was so much competition for homes. Where we excel as a core service company and where we excel as a partner with Howard Hanna, when first-time home buyers are starting to increase, our capture rates go up significantly. We all know that First Priority has 5 products under 5%. We are a first-time home buyer dream to speak to them. because we can significantly help them, especially in this market. And you see that 1% sold to an iBuyer. I don't even look at that as competition for us. The last thing I just want to share, I read in the Wall Street Journal, and this was on the 5th. So I think it was like, I get this little update on the weekend, and there's a major labor department report that comes out on Friday, and that's going to determine, okay, if more people are working. We saw an uptick in rates last week. Then we saw the stock market come back toward the end of the week, and the bond market start to drop in rate. So the increase in rate, and I think I said when we reached the top, was 4.18 on the 10-year Treasury. This morning it was 3.9. We see resistance levels. Bad news that comes out on inflation, rates will rise. They're betting on when is the Fed going to cut rates. We're not really concerned about that right now because we have to get through the cycle we're in. But bars, hotels, and restaurants are among the fastest growing employers right now. It includes a large number of private sector jobs, more than tech and information sectors. Now, I would have never thought of that, but it is really, really true. So we're going to see what the labor market report brings out on Friday. But what I've said to people that have talked about the seasonality of December, January, and February, my answer to that is March. And I think March is always the month that we start to really increase in our business. I'm very positive. I think there's still tremendous traffic and there's still tremendous demand. So that's my 2 cents today. And I wish everybody a tremendously successful week. Thank you.
Ken, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely.
So people are asking about adjustable rate mortgages again.
Mhm.
So are you seeing some of the buyers who, are reluctant to go with, I know you don't like to talk about rates, you like to talk about payments, but are you seeing more ARMs out there?
It really is geographic, and some areas are more susceptible to ARMs, and it really depends on some portfolio lenders. But what we're seeing when the ARM rates are 6 1/4, 6 3/8, and we're at the high sixes, and then the bond market rallies, then our conventional rates get closer to where the ARM rates are, and the people would rather do that. So it does fit a certain buyer, but they're not. We don't see locally where we have a 4% ARM or anything like that. But when they're close, people are like, well, I don't want this to change, because we all know that the ARMs can change.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I also want to take a moment, excuse me. Ken mentioned the first priority award winners. I'd like to acknowledge the fact that Matthew Whitehead, General Manager of Buffalo, is named to the Power 250 with Business First, which highlights the most influential business people in Western New York. So congratulations to Matthew Whitehead for that very prestigious honor. Bravo to you. And we also have our education update here, which is a lot of fast start starting today. And then also, if you look at the list, you'll see a lot going on. And the next slide is actually for the Brian Buffini Pathway to Mastery, which is a fabulous program. Here's the information. You can contact Nan, Melissa, or Maggie regarding this. So I think that's about it. I hope everyone has a great week. I know we have Kathy Bianchi on the call and Matthew Whitehead. I didn't know if either of you would like to say anything, but if you do, speak up now, or we would be signing off. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
Have a good day.
Oh, thanks,
Good day,
Matt.
everyone.
Congratulations, Matt. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone, take care, and we will see you next week. Hey, Kathy. Take care. Bye-bye.